It's hard to manifest your dreams when you're dealing with chronic pain. I had to walk away from my blog to focus on my health. But starting my gratitude practice back up was the one thing that actually helped clear the fog. Let's head on over to my blog and I'll share with you exactly what I did. Hey guys, thanks so much for pushing play on this video. I'm so glad you found my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, my name is Amy and I'm the blogger behind iHeartLOA.com. This is where we talk about the law of attraction, manifesting, personal development, and all the woo-woo. Or you may be on my YouTube or my Rumble or even my Substack. I'm all over the place these days. Today's blog post, or the title of this video, is titled Blogging Burnout, How I Use Gratitude to Manifest My Way Back to the Keyboard. Now, before we get started on this, if you've been watching my videos, I know I've been talking a lot about me, and what's been going on in my life lately, okay? The reason why I'm doing that is for all the new people that's coming on. I need them to get to know my past story and what's been going on with me and why I've been gone from YouTube for 5 years, why I'm starting over, all that. So it's going to take a few videos and I'm going to talk about me and my stories, okay, and what happened to me and all that stuff. But after a while, I promise you, there's always a lesson to be learned from every video I put out, okay? Especially about gratitude and manifesting and things like that. But I promise you, after we get through this little series, I'm going to concentrate on you. So, let's get started. There was a time I just disappeared from the internet. 5 years ago, I left and thought I'd never come back. No goodbye post, no goodbye video, no explanation, nothing. I just walked away from all that I had built. A lot of people do this, especially on YouTube, and never come back. Have you ever been on somebody's channel and it says and they hadn't posted a video in like a year or two and you wonder about them, wonder if they're okay? Well, that's what I did. I walked away. Nobody talks about why, but today I'm going to tell you about my why I did. I love it, okay? If you've ever walked away from something you built and wondered if you could ever find your way back, this one's for you. What I built before I got sick. Back before 2020 changed the world and I got sick, I was the most positive person I knew. I worked on my mindset for years by that point. I had made gratitude into a daily habit. I was manifesting so many awesome things into my life. I had built a business with my blog that was just taking off. I had subscribers who loved the help that I gave them and loved learning about everything I taught. I was even becoming a life coach. My blog meant everything to me. I was living my purpose. And then my body had other plans. What rheumatoid arthritis actually did to my life. If you don't know what RA is, here's a brief explanation. Basically, it causes joint inflammation and pain. It happens when the immune system doesn't work properly, and the immune system turns around and starts to attack your joints and the lining and etc. You can read more about that. It's linked from the Arthritis Foundation, okay? RA changed my whole life around. And I know I talk about RA a lot here lately, but that's because it's really changed my whole life. I went from, here's a picture of me. I went from a healthy, energetic, and slender woman to someone who could barely walk. I couldn't raise my arms. My hands become deformed. See how crooked they are? I can't look. I can't even straighten my fingers out anymore. I can't even brush my hair. Don't even get me started on the pain and the fatigue. Emotionally, I was a mess. I went into a depression that lasted a year. I gave up on laughter in that time. I lost all confidence in myself. My self-esteem was non-existent. RA didn't just attack my joints. It attacked my sense of self and my purpose. The day I let it all go, I was so lost in grief, mourning the person that I used to be, that I just stopped getting online. I didn't want to talk to anyone unless you were family. I didn't want anyone to see me. I had gained so much weight due to the inflammation. I was so ashamed of my body. It was so embarrassing to have someone help me take a shower. Here's some pictures now. This is me from like a week ago. You could tell the inflammation, and this is me and my daughter Amber on her wedding day. You could tell my hands a little bit from that picture how they're curled up, but I gained so much weight. That is inflammation. And that's from not being able to exercise and stuff and having to lay in a lift chair for the past 5 years now. Anyway, I let my blog go. All those years of work that I put into it. In my head, I thought I could afford the hosting, $500 for 2 years, and I didn't want to ask for the money. I wasn't working. Already felt like a burden. All those years of mindset work, I didn't want to hear anything about the law of attraction and manifesting. My mind was full of self-criticism. I was a quitter, I told myself. But I knew deep down that I had no choice. I didn't know it at the time, but this time away, even though it was a humbling experience, was teaching me to be a better person. A person who could survive and come back even stronger. Maybe not physically, but definitely mentally. Walking away was not failure. It was survival. And sometimes just surviving is the bravest thing you could do. The one thing I kept coming back to, after the fog of depression started to lift, I don't even remember how it lifted. Just that one day it was gone. I felt like I'd just woken up from a long sleep or something. I thought to myself, what am I doing? I can't live like this. I thought back to what I used to teach and what always helped me manifest the many things in my life. And I decided that I was going to just start slow and small by starting a gratitude practice over again. Now, in the past, gratitude helped me in my life in so many ways. It changed my perspective on everything. Every time I was grateful for something, I always got more back to be grateful for. It taught me to live in an abundant mindset instead of a scarcity mindset. I knew gratitude was the easiest way to shift my mindset. I had done it more than once. I knew I could do it again. I had evidence that it worked from the past. I started slow just by saying thank you. I started by using micro gratitude. And I've got a post linked all about micro gratitude. That's just by starting to be grateful by saying what you're grateful for one tiny little thing at first. Sometimes I'd forget to do it, so I put the app, The Secret, on my phone to make remembering to do my gratitudes and my positive affirmations easier. Now, I have got a little post showing me going through that app. And I was going to put it on here on this recording. But when I try to upload it by itself, it's way too big for the post and you can't see it all. But I don't know, I might be able to do it right now. Hold on just 1 second and let's see if I can add that. Okay, I can show it to you. I clicked over here to my Substack blog and I posted it earlier. It was something that helps me with my gratitude practice, and it's going to show you, I'm going to show you this little video. It's a tutorial. Let me make it big for you. It's a tutorial of me using the Secret app. Oh, hold on. I forgot to turn it up. Let me turn it up real quick. Let's see. Hit escape. Ding dong. Escape. There we go. I forgot to turn the volume back up where I had it down earlier. There we go. Alright, now let's make it big. Ready? Hey guys, it's Amy. I just wanted to share a quick little video of what helps me with my gratitude. It is. I know Charlie appreciates that. Which I'm sure you guys have heard about. you haven't put it on your phone, I highly suggest you do. This is one app that will stay on my phone. I love using it for the gratitude and the affirmations. This is the main page. Your first page that you're on is her blogging to you, and it shows all her books and different things you can order. The next is stories that people write in, and you can share your own story if you want to through the app. They're very inspiring. The next is what I use the most, is where you can write your gratitude. I'm so happy and so grateful for. Then type out everything you're grateful for. I even type out things that I don't have yet that I want to manifest into my life. I type it as if I already have it, kind of like scripting. Then just click save, and you can read them back after a certain amount. After you get so many, go back through and read them from the past and see what you've manifested by using gratitude. And then the next page is your affirmations page. Now, when you first get this app, you can pick what you want to affirm, like money, health, relationships, love, whatever. Just click start now, and then just simply read your affirmations. I read mine out loud. I don't care who's around me. I just read them out loud. And you can click through those. And then when you get to the end, if you want to keep going, just hit start now again and start saying out some new ones. Anyways, I just wanted to share with you what I use. I hope this helps you, and I will see you over on Substack or the blog. Have a great day. Okay, now, I wanted to post that, like a small video like that on my blog, but it wouldn't let me, so I posted it on my Substack and it worked. But anyway, back to where we were. That was the secret app. If you don't have that on your phone, I highly suggest getting it. It's very easy to use. And if you see it on your phone every day, you're more than likely going to use it, okay? And also, I hope this video is not going to be too long. It's already 11 minutes. Anyway, it's fine. We like long videos, don't we? Anyway, another blog post I have is called the 5-minute manifestation routine for busy people. I can't talk. Here we go. Anyway, it's on here too. If you want that, all you have to do is click that. It's going to give you a PDF that you can print out. It's a weekly checklist. You can use it for scripting. You can write down what you're grateful for, whatever you want to do. If you need to get started back on a gratitude practice, it's just 5 pages. It's free. You don't have to give me your email address for it or anything like that, okay? Now, this was the affirmation that I said daily over and over again when I first started getting back to practicing gratitude. I am so happy and so grateful that I'm abundant in every way. Money flows to me easily and effortlessly. I say this all the time, still to this day. Sometimes in my mind, I would think, liar, you aren't abundant. But I remembered that the universe doesn't know the difference between what is real or not. It just knows to match your energy and reflect it back to you. Gratitude was the one thing I never fully let go of, and that thread became the thing that I clung to. Besides, what did I have to lose by using gratitude again? By practicing it again, you know? How a gratitude shift brought me back. I slowly started to come back to myself again. I was the same person, but different. My outward appearance had drastically changed. My mentality was starting to get stronger. Something inside me felt like I had crossed over to this different dimension of knowing. It was as if God, Source, was giving me a master class in the very things that I was meant to teach, turning what I had gone through into a deep, unshakable sense of knowing. I started getting inspired again, and hope came back into my life. I started manifesting again. You can read how I manifested $5,000 at the post us link. That was the last thing I manifested. I decided to reclaim my life and my blog with it. I didn't come back because everything got better. I came back because gratitude helped me believe that better was still possible. What starting over online actually looks like. If you didn't read the post linked above, it basically tells you how I manifested $5,000. With that money, I decided to invest it back into myself and my business. I went online to see if my domain name was still available, and luckily for me, I had created such an unusual domain name, iHeartLOA.com, and it was still there. I snatched that booger up as fast as I could, and I reclaimed my old domain. Then I slowly started filling it back up with content, but this time I was showing up more raw, real, authentic, and with a deeper sense of connection. I knew what I wanted to do, and I began creating it. This time I knew I had to make this blog a place less about me and more about you, the reader. I'm not going to be talking about myself much in the future. I had to for right now, so that you can understand my real life experiences and how I have used gratitude to help me. That way you can too. You can use my life examples to learn from and to teach yourself how to do it, okay? I also decided to start a Substack blog, and I'm so glad I did. I'm making so many awesome friends over there. I started over there feeling like I was shouting out into the void. But by being consistent, I started to slowly grow a community, one that I'm still building. But I'm loving every minute of it. If you haven't checked out Substack yet, you should. You will love it. Here's a link to mine if you'd like to check it out. The small wins are what's helping me to build momentum. And that's something that you will need if you're starting over like me. That everyday wins are what's going to carry you through, okay? Everything I'm doing is still a work in progress. I still have RA. I'm still right in the middle of a 5-year flare-up, but I have to keep living. I can't give up just because life decided to throw me a curveball. My key message to you is this. No matter what may be going on in your life right now, remember, we're all human, and life ebbs and it flows. It's not going to be positive all the time, okay? Starting over online at this stage of my life with a chronic illness while still learning, that's not a disadvantage. That is the most relatable thing I could possibly offer my readers. What I want you to know, if you're thinking about walking away from something right now, whether it's a blog, a business, a dream, a relationship, sometimes stepping back is necessary. And sometimes the version of you that you're meant to be needs you to walk away, so that when you come back, you've stepped into the person you were meant to be all along. Walking away doesn't have to be forever. Sometimes you need to put something down in order to pick up something even better. You will come back changed, deeper, and more powerful than before. Your pause is not your ending. It's just your preparation. I'm still rebuilding, and I'm still working through living with RA. I'm still showing up on days when RA makes everything harder, but I'm here. And if you're reading this or watching it and you're wondering whether your comeback is still possible, it is. It absolutely is. The fact that you're still looking for answers means the desire is still there. And that desire is where manifestation begins, okay? If this post or video helped you in some small way, could you do me a favor? Please share it out on any social media or pin it to Pinterest. If you're on the blog, there's a Pinterest icon on the side for your convenience. I'd really appreciate it. Subscribe to follow this journey. I would love to have you as part of my community. Now, if you want to know how you can subscribe to my blog, iHeartLOA, you just scroll up to the top. On the right-hand side, right up here, it says subscribe to our newsletter, right here. Just fill out your info and click subscribe, and you'll start receiving email from iHeartLOA.com, okay? Or if you don't want to do it through here, come on over to my Substack page. My Substack, let's see, hold on, I'll bring it up real fast. This is how I get to it. It's easier. I go right here to my Substack, and it'll show you my profile. When you type in Amy Morton Writes, or if you type in Substack.com, Amy Morton Rides. You can do it that way, or I've always got a link somewhere in these blog posts or videos. Just click that link, come on over to my Substack, and there's some post here too. And see, I told you my little community's growing. It's small right now. These numbers have been messed up too here lately because I don't know what they're doing on their back end. But that's supposed to be 14. See, it's only showing 3. That's supposed to be 14 subscribers, and I've got 49 followers so far. That's not bad considering how small this was when I first started. Right here's my dashboard, so you can see how I've grown just by using gratitude and posting 3 times a day on my notes. Look at that. Started in January. Look how far I went up to April. That's pretty good because it takes a long time over here to get subscribers. But anyway, guys, I'm just rambling now. Alrighty. I'm going to hop off here. Leave me a comment below. Let me know you stopped by. If you like this video, no, it's a long one this time. Give us a big old thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Tell somebody else about the blog or the YouTube channel or whatever else you want to tell them about. If they need to hear something, they're going through something like chronic illness or any kind of health problems or anything like that, and you feel like they're giving up, send them this video. Send them over to my blog, okay? Let them hang out with me for a while. I'll help them out. Alright, guys, I'm going to get off here. I will talk to you in the next video. You come back, okay? Bye.